Hello, everybody. I'm Timothy Sim. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us in celebrating the 10th anniversary of COPE in promoting disaster champions. It's wonderful to see so many friends, collaborators, and supporters online. You have been a part of this incredible journey over the past decade. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my amazing COPE team. We have Martha Kasich, the author and creator of COPE. We have Mariko Jesse, our talented illustrator. We have Christine Maisvi, director of projects. And we have Lina Soares, director of communications. And our wonderful designers, Rita Wong and Louis Chang. Now, just a very quick snapshot to set the scene for this celebration. Over the past 10 years, COPE has created 13 beautifully illustrated storybooks and jingles. They have reached children in 44 countries. They have been translated into 23 languages. And today, we have engaged an estimated 3 million children around the world. Now, to kick off this celebration, let us take a look back in time at our journey with a short video presentation.
10 years of COPE in one word? I'd say it's been inspirational,
impactful,
engaging,
organic,
passion,
joyful,
empowering.
"10 years ago, COPE was born, with a mission to prepare a generation of children to face disasters, not with fear, but with confidence and resilience. Each hazard book contains the key disaster risk reduction message for children to remember in that split second should a disaster occur. Earthquakes, drop cover hold. Tsunami, get up to high ground. Volcano, listen, prepare, stay aware. Cyclones, stay safe. Wildfires, be ready to go.
From floods to wildfires, from cyclones to climate change, our education materials have now become an international disaster risk reduction brand.
Every illustration is designed to spark curiosity and build understanding. Through colours and characters, we help children feel connected to the story and remember what to do when disasters happen.
COPE books and jingles have reached over 3 million children in 43 countries and has been translated into 21 languages so far, including all 6 official UN languages. It's free, accessible and global.
We love bringing the cookbooks to life. Every page and layout is designed to help children feel prepared and empowered.
Through the design, we make the disaster risk reduction messages simple and engaging, so kids can learn easily.
Together with collaborators such as WMO, UNDRR, UNICEF, World Vision, and many others, COPE has become a voice for children and youth in the world of disaster risk reduction, empowering them to be more resilient, to be prepared, to stay safe, and never be left behind.
So as we celebrate a decade of COPE, we look forward to the next 10 years with more resilient children, with safer communities, and with hope leading our way.
Thank you for being part of the COPE journey.
Thank you, Lina, for putting together this really beautiful short presentation. Maybe now we can hear a little more from our team. First, let me invite Martha to share her reflections on this incredible 10-year journey. Martha, over to you.
Thank you, Tim. So I'm just going to use my 5 minutes to reflect on some of the key milestones in our journey. So back in 2015, I attended a lunch at Hong Kong PolyU given for the UNDRR for Margarita Wallström, who we are honoured is on this call today. The lunch was all about how to make cities disaster resilient. And I came away thinking about children as one of the vulnerable groups. And as the Sendai framework tells us, they really do need to be properly empowered in disaster risk reduction, DRR. So I came up with a concept with a plot revolving around the COPE squad, Candy, Ollie, Ping, and Eddie, a team of DRR agents who are trained up at the COPE Academy in Sichuan province by the strict Grand Mistress Fu. In each of the hazard titles, the squad head off on missions all over the world to teach other kids how to be ready for disasters, such as heat waves and landslides, and how to become champions of change in their communities. My next step was to enlist the help of award-winning artist Mariko Jesse to do her incredible illustrations, and global DRR expert and our awesome MC today, Professor Timothy Sim, to come on board as editor. Thanks, Lena. So in 2016, we published our first book on earthquakes. This was based in Colima in Mexico, with the key instructional message to remember in that split second, should a disaster occur in an earthquake: drop, cover, and hold. Thanks, Lena. Next came floods, which was inspired by the big yellow flood in Kelantan, Malaysia. In this book, children learn how to pack their survival bags and listen to the government alerts, so the early warnings, with the main message of evacuate. In 2018, we had a big break through UNDRR's Dr. Animish Kumar, who commissioned us to produce a booklet on tsunamis for the World Tsunami Awareness Day. Key message: get up to high ground or tall building. By 2019, we were well into our creation process. We realized the power of collaboration. And we've been so lucky over the years to work with scientific advisors such as WMO, Hong Kong Observatory, the UN Majority Group for Children and Youth, UNDRR, UNICEF, Save the Children, and World Vision. Expert DRR advice has come from global universities such as James Cook in Australia, the University of Oxford, and Stirling. Not forgetting all of the young, inspiring climate champions who have helped us edit the stories. In 2021, we started focusing on the dissemination of our content, getting these free messages out there and spreading the word. The books were all uploaded onto the UNDRR platforms, the UNICEF Learning Passport, We Adapt, as well as onto 21 other online platforms. We also work with different NGOs and organisations to get the books into community projects on the ground, such as using earthquake drills in Cantonese in Hong Kong and storytelling sessions in Assamese in India. 2023 was the year of the jingles. Produced by the Tang Company in Singapore, the jingles are 30-second animated music and videos, which reinforce these key messages. So, wildfires, be ready to go. Heat waves, stay cool and hydrated. In 2024, the most incredible thing happened, thanks to the WMO, with the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, launching our Cyclones book in Tongan at a primary school in Tonga. So this year, we've produced our 13th book, Climate Change, which both precludes and concludes the disaster series, because it connects climate change with today's increasing extreme weather events. Here, the message is to act now for tomorrow. And it highlights the little changes we can all do in our daily lives, such as turn off the lights when we leave the room, eat more veggies, This book was launched at the Global Platform in Geneva, which really was an enormous moment for us because it was here that we signed our MOU with the WMO. Thank you to Xiao and Cyril. So as you can see, it has been really quite a journey. And I could go on forever talking about it, but I'm going to hand you back to Tim now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Martha. Next, allow me to share my own reflection as the editor of the COPE series and tell you my story. 10 years ago, Martha first shared her proposal for a children's disaster risk reduction book on earthquakes. At that time, I was serving as director of the UNISDR, which is the UNDRR now. The Hong Kong Polytechnic University had a collaborating program with the UNISDR or the UNDRR at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Being the director of this collaboration program, I had the privilege of presenting this proposal to the former special representative of the UN Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction, and that was Ms. Margareta Wallström. A decade passed in the blink of an eye. As time moved forward, my own professional journey brought me from Hong Kong back to my homeland, Singapore. That was in 2021. It brings me immense joy to witness how COPE has grown both organically and exponentially. I'm especially proud now that my fellow Singaporeans from the Teng Company and the Singapore University of Social Sciences, in short, we call it SUSS, are now a part of this ever-growing, ever-expanding COPE family. This journey has been profoundly inspiring and intellectually enriching for me. One of the most enduring lessons for me has been the transformative power of transdisciplinary collaboration, which is an approach that bridges different disciplines and integrates diverse sectors, including art, music, academy, government agencies, non-governmental organizations, private partners, both locally and internationally. This collaborative spirit has been our greatest strength and privilege. Beyond the high-impact COPE book series we have developed, the process itself has been a living testimony to the value of collective actions. As editor of COPE, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to each of you. Your unwavering commitment and collaboration have been the cornerstone of our shared success. Without your dedication, this remarkable journey and the meaningful outcomes we have achieved together would not have been possible. That's all I have to say from the bottom of my heart. Now I would like to welcome Mariko Jesse, whose illustrations have brought the COPE stories to life for millions of children around the world. Let's welcome Mariko.
Hi, I'm Mariko, the illustrator of the COPE books. I'm extremely proud to have created the artwork for all these wonderful stories and really grateful that I've had the opportunity to work with everyone to give such a great message for these books. And I'm really happy now to see my illustrations kind of like moving on and having a life of their own and becoming animated in various ways. I just thought I would talk a little bit about how I developed these characters and this style. Martha approached me at the beginning to do an earthquake book. And we had worked together previously on some picture books, so I knew that we would get on really well and be able to do this. And we created the characters together, discussing what I do all the visual things, so discussing what does their hair look like, what do the uniforms, how are they gonna look when they, come together. And you can see from this slide how the sketches developed. There were originally two dogs, and then it became two different kinds of dogs, and then a dog and a snake, and then the characters, there was a Grandmaster Fu to start with, and then it became Grandmistress Fu, and I developed the characters as it went on. it wasn't just about the style for the characters, but also for the style for the illustrations for the whole books. And I use color in a specific way through the books to focus the attention onto the characters and people in the books to help kids connect with them. So that if kids connect with the characters, then maybe they'll listen to the things that they say, and they'll learn the messages that we have in the books. You can go to the next slide. I started off doing the drawings in pen and ink by hand. And now that, over 10 years, the technology has improved so much, I actually draw by hand on a digital tablet now, which is a lot less messy. But you can see in this sketch how the characters we sorted out the ages of the kids and then the kind of their characteristics. I try and show, Candy's very caring and Ollie's very sporty and try to carry it all the way through. I really enjoy doing the visual research for these books. What do the locations look like? What do people wear that, wherever the book is set? What does a goat look like in Mongolia? I have to research all these things. And it's really important to me, if you look at the characters on the bottom of the screen, to include a wide and diverse range of characters in the book. So I try and make everything really inclusive. So I've got all nationalities and genders and ages and abilities and disabilities. And I really want kids to be able to see themselves in the books and to feel included. And I really hope that if a child reads our books and learns something and is finds it appealing, that it will work for them. And then they will learn something that could help save them in case of a disaster. And thank you.
Thank you, Mariko. Next, I would like to invite Lina Suarez, our Director of Communications, who will share the way Cope's books and messages have reached communities across the globe. Lina, over to you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Before I start sharing the dissemination part, I wanted to share a personal note. I've been involved with the COP team and the project for almost 6 years now. And in many ways, I help in the creation of many projects, and I really love it. I just wanted to say that we are a small team, but we have what it takes. Like, we have energy, we have passion, we have love, and we have a purpose of what we do. So I just wanted to say that I'm very thankful to have this incredible team around the world. And I just wanted to say I love you guys. I really enjoy working with you. I'm going to share again the presentation. And now the dissemination part. So as some of you know, and for those that don't know about COPE and the reach, now COPE is in 23 languages, including Mongolian, Vietnamese, Italian, the 6 UN languages, thanks to Dolemo. We have Korean as well, we have Malagasy, we have Tongan. And this is incredible because many kids can now read COPE in their own language, and this is helping someone in those countries. The COPE content is around in 44 countries now, in the Czech Republic, in Korea, in the Philippines, in Tonga, and we are incredibly thankful for all the partners that help us translating this content and disseminating the content in these countries. I would like to highlight 3 projects and 1 project that is the Train the Trainers, for you to know a little bit about it. So in Assam, with the UN Major Group for Children and Youth, they translated Assam floods in Assamese, and they brought these books to different communities, rural communities in Assam. They printed 2,400 copies, and they brought it to 7 educational institutions, and the kids were learning about flood preparedness. In Nepal, thanks to World Vision Nepal, kids were learning about landslides. World Vision translated our landslide book in 2021, and they printed 42,000 copies, and they brought these copies to different schools, around 470 schools in rural areas and remote communities that they don't have internet. So we are very thankful for this, because this is the biggest project for us, and it's amazing that kids can learn about landslides in there. Nepal is a prone area for landslides, so thank you so much, World Vision. In Colombia, we partner with Presenters Corporation, that's in my hometown, Medellin, and this corporation had a project in small islands in Colombia. They suffered grand damage for a hurricane in 2021. So we partnered with this collaborate with this corporation, and they printed 1,000 copies of hurricanes. We had before cyclones, but thanks to WMO, we changed some of the data and the name, and we changed it to hurricanes, because Colombia in the Caribbean is affected by hurricanes. So these books reach kids in institutions, the police, and some libraries in the small island of Providencia and Santa Catalina. And now I will move for the Train the Trainers. We created a Train the Trainers package in Spanish. This is being translated in English now. But the Red Cross in Costa Rica, they use it in some schools, 11 schools to say more precise. And we were very thankful, because they are reaching kids in South America with this project. And around 244 kids in Costa Rica were using the Train the Trainers materials. These Train the Trainer materials were developed with 3 organizations in South America: ER in Argentina, Presenters Corporation in Colombia, and Marcelo Sabanes, he works for UNDRR in Paraguay. So we collaborated with them to do these Train the Trainers, and now this is being developed in English to have a better reach and expand this content. So this is me for now. Thank you so much, Tim, for presenting me. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Lina, who has wrapped up the sharing from the COPE team. Now we would like to open the floor to our collaborators and colleagues from WMO, UNDRR, and other organizations from around the world. It would be lovely to hear what their stories are in working with COPE. First, it is my pleasure to have Mr. Cyril Honore, Director of Disaster Risk Reduction and Public Service Branch, Service Department at WMO, the World Meteorological Organization. Mr. Honore, over to you, please.
Thank you very much, Professor, and good day, everyone. Extremely happy to be with you today to celebrate. From a WMO perspective, we were taken on board kind of 2019, almost 6 years from now, right? Thanks to Shao, sitting next to me here. And I have to say that it received amazing interest and support in our community. And here again, there is no wonder. The concept of it, Martha, congratulations. The concept of the squad, of these DR agents, is resonating with all of us, right? I have 5 grandkids as an example. And so this, you have these kind of things. The amazing illustrations, eye-catching, also help here. And you see the poster on the wall. We have the books, and everybody who comes to the office here have multiple opportunities to have the books in sight. And everybody is raising the question. The interest is just tremendous. And so since we started the collaboration, it's providing some inputs, but also supporting the dissemination and the information. This interest never dropped, and it is increasing still. We were very, very happy that we could bring it, showcase it in different types of meetings or events organized or supported by the WMO, and including in such events and meetings such as the Pacific Meteorological Council, which adopted a resolution on pushing the translation effort in the Pacific languages for the COPE series, which is amazing. And so we had different types of opportunities, providing our inputs, reaching out to experts in our community. This is not only us from the Secretariat of the WMO, this is our collective effort again. And we stand ready to continue with this, right? I was really happy we could manage in the Pacific again, the Antonio Guterres launching the book in a school. I can share with you also that there are 2 COPE books in the Vatican also. And so we now have this agreement and we'll continue supporting the best we can. Thank you so much. Congratulations and happy anniversary.
Thank you, Mr. Honoré, for your consistent and continual support to COPE. We have been very privileged, and the COPE team visited WMO a few years back, and we had a great time meeting with you all, and we would love to be able to continue this connection with WMO. And thank you for the scientific support and directions you've given us all this while. Next, I would like to invite my esteemed colleague from UNICEF, Mr. Asim Reham, the Regional Emergency Specialists, DRR, from UNICEF. Asim, over to you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tim. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, wonderful. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Just for a moment, imagine a world where children know how to protect themselves during disasters. So to me, that's the vision that COPE's DRR books have been bringing to life for the past decade. UNICEF's partnership with COPE began during the pandemic when we collaborated on the production of a COVID edition specifically for children. Since then, we have contributed to a number of books on various disaster themes, including droughts, volcanoes, heat waves, and many more. The COPE books are an amazing resource for several reasons. First, the language is simple and understandable to children, which is very important. The storytelling makes it really interesting for children, so they want to read it, they want to understand it. And finally, the illustrations and the drawings make the books visually appealing, thereby allowing children to digest and internalize the critical information that is in the books. What we particularly appreciate at UNICEF is the inclusive approach in the books. Not only are the children with disabilities recognized, but they are also empowered to act as active participants in disaster risk reduction. This is crucially important as we know that roughly 10% of children around the world are those with disabilities. We're also proud to feature COPE DRR books, as mentioned by Martha, on the UNICEF Global Learning Passport. This is a virtual space that makes available myriad of learning resources for children, which can be accessed, of course, online, on mobile devices, and even on offline platforms. This makes COPE books even more accessible to children. We are also proud to have contributed through our people of young youth networks who have been able to review the books and provide their technical inputs. And I think that has been quite valuable. So on this 10th anniversary, I wish to congratulate the COPE team and look forward to working with them to inspire more young champions to help advance disaster risk reduction. And to join Martha, here's to another decade of building a safer, more resilient world for children. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you, Asim. I've learned so much working with you and your team, particularly the perspectives you constantly bring into COPE on children's rights, on inclusion, on protection, and so many other things that we have learned from you and your colleagues in UNICEF. We went back and forth so many times for each book, and you have been so professional and so patient with us. Thank you, Asim, and your colleagues. Next, may I have the pleasure to invite Dr. Masayu Zainuddin. She is a senior lecturer at the Department of Early Childhood Education, Faculty of Human Development at the University Pendidikat, Sultan Idris. Mas, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Tim. Nice to meet all of you, and thank you to the team's members. It's been a pleasure to be here, and it's been a long time to not meet all of you. So I would like to share our experience, what we did so far with COP floods. The translation in Malay is Banjir. So this is our stories, and this is our team. Okay, we have the Diana, the Shamsina, and all these team members. It's my pleasure to work with them. And currently, what we did so far, we are translating COP flood or Banjir in Malay to Braille and Malay Sign Language. So here, this is the book that we have translated into Braille. The aim is we want the children with visual disabilities also to learn the key messages that they need to know, especially about flood, as flood is a very common disasters in Malaysia. And currently we are moving towards that monsoon season. So it's a very highly emphasized on that message. And here, this is the video. I'll just like to give the snippet of the video.
Mas, we cannot hear the video. Is there?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You may need to on the sound when you are clicking the video. So you need to get out
okay.
and come in again.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Yes.
Click it. Can you hear this?
Can
No.
you try again? Not yet.
Yeah. Oh, can I show the YouTube one?
Yes, why not? If it is easier. No sound again, not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh dear me. Mm.
You need to share sound. Unshare first.
Oh, okay. Wait, I think I need to. I'll stop here for a while. Sorry for the delay.
Dr. Masayu, you need to, when you are sharing, you need to click on share with sound, your screen.
I see. Okay, got it. I got it now. Yeah, I think I just share the slides again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lina, for the assistance.
Candy,
Can you hear now?
penjaga, berusia 12 tahun dari Kranjang, Afrika Selatan.
Okay, so that's the very shortcut that I wanted to share here. It's very limited time. For your information, the translator is actually she is hearing disabilities. So she's the user of the translation. So she's also one of our students in university. So we work together for this translation. And just recently, we went to the Escape Princess Elizabeth's. So this project is funded by the UNICEF Malaysia. Thank you to the UNICEF who allow us to develop these braille books and as well as the sign language video, where we went to the Escape Princess last Tuesday. And it's a very good feedback that we get from the teachers as well as the children's there. So most of the children's are they have a partially blind and fully blind. So we give them the Braille grade 1 to read the books about like 1 hour. And after that, we have a games that we provide for them. For example, like a maze. So they can find a ways to go to the evacuation place for them. And they need to identify that if there's a flood, then we need to go evacuate to the high ups place. So that is the message that we wanted to share with the children in Malaysia for this current project on the COP floods, which is for the hearing as well as the visual. And more schools that we will go soon, which is next week, we are scheduled to go to some schools in Malaysia where we're using the sign language, and we also will give them kits for them to play around, and then they will get the messages that we need to deliver in the books. I think that's all that I would like to share. And yeah, this is many thanks to COP team, my universities for allowing us to do this project, and definitely the UNICEF for the funding. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Masayu, and your colleagues. Now that I'm back in Singapore, we are really near to each other geographically. I would love to visit you sometime and to learn from you and your colleagues, the great
Yes, you
work
are most
you and
welcome.
your team. Yes, we look forward to learning from you. Thank you.
Definitely.
Last but not the least, we have Mr. Alexandros Zakiridis of UNDRR. Mr. Zakiridis is the editor at the Prevention Web of UNDRR. Mr. Zakiridis, over to you, please.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Tim, for the presentation. I appreciate you trying to pronounce my difficult surname. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's I'm very happy to be part of your celebration here, and it's amazing to be able to see almost in person the creative team behind all this work, this incredible work in the booklets for the disaster champions. My work in UNDR mostly focuses on managing the content on Prevention Web, and I'm an editor of Prevention Web, which is the global knowledge platform for disaster risk reduction. And since 2018, we have a dedicated page for COPE, called COPE Disaster Champions, and we have all of your booklets available there. We have subscribed to your newsletters, so whenever there's a new translated version, there's a new jingle, then we make sure to add it right away to the collection of the booklets. You know, we believe we also contribute to the incredible reach and visibility that you already have. Also through our specific newsletters, we have a dedicated newsletter for education material that goes out every so often to our almost 11,000 subscribers. But, you know, of course, apart from that, we also do have social media accounts where we also that allows us to talk about your content and your creative work. we were very happy, and my colleagues were very happy to be able to meet with you at different instances the past months. I remember, for example, the Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference for Disaster Risk Reduction back in October, November 2024, and as well as the Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction in early June this year. All of our colleagues were very happy to be able to have you and take part in those events. Maybe a few things I wanted to mention before I close is that the latest booklet that you created and developed on tsunamis on Prevention Web has gathered about nearly 200 downloads so far. And then we're also looking at, regarding the other booklets on avalanches, drought, cyclones, storm surges, we are also looking at between 100 and 200 views so far. And yeah, I'm sure these these numbers will be getting increased. But I also wanted to say that I look forward for more and closer collaboration with you in different avenues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Mr. Honore, Asim, Masayui, for journeying with COPE. Without you, your colleagues, our story would not be the same, and we look forward to your continual collaboration with COPE as we move on from here. Now, as we celebrate our first decade, we are also looking ahead with anticipation. Here's an exciting sneak peek into the next chapter. Our upcoming online platform made possible by the Singapore University of Social Sciences. This online effort will make COPE's resources even more accessible to children and education and educators everywhere. Now join me in welcoming the SUSS Singapore University of Social Sciences team for a short demo. Over to you, Zeping and Chloe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chloe. I'm the Learning and Development Specialist in SUSS from a unit online learning. Today, I would like to share with you one of our newly developed interactive books titled Climate Change. My team and I are grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with the COPE team to develop a series of interactive ebooks. We are looking forward to launching these ebooks in batches with climate change, heat waves, and floods as the first batch. For today's presentation, I have prepared a short video montage to showcase some of the key features. Let me share my screen now.
It was late November on Mount Ermey. COPE celebrated the early snowfall by building a snowman.
Let's use twigs for the arms.
Yes, and buttons for the eyes.
A carrot for the nose, raisins for the mouth.
Great job, COPE.
Soon it was back to work. COPE was learning about climate change and how it connects with increasing extreme weather events and disasters, such as floods and wildfires. Instead of flying in Grand Mistress Fu's helicopter, they decide on a bike-packing adventure to reduce their carbon emissions.
Hold on to your handlebars.
Wait for me! Quick! Rescue!
Arriving at the conference, the squad is in awe of its size, with global leaders coming together to tackle climate change. First stop, the World Meteorological Organization Pavilion. Here, scientists will explain the 7 climate clues which indicate how our planet is changing.
What do we know about greenhouse gases?
We know that greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere. The one with the largest climate impact are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide.
Scientists use numbers and letters to help identify them. Carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, BH4, nitrous oxide, N2O.
I hope you like the video. The ebooks are available in our UniLearn platform. Now let me show you the course site. By the way, the link is also provided in the chat. Let me share screen again. Okay, this is the home page for all the ebooks. So once we get there, we can just click on the title and it will direct us to the individual introduction page for the ebook. So just click on the visual here. Then we will enter the ebook. To begin, just simply click on the Start Course button. Yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Chloe didn't mention an important part of this. It's free. This is free and made possible by the University of Singapore University of Social Science, Singapore University of Social Sciences. One of the best things about COPE really is involving different people, including meeting the little children and their parents and grandparents at SUSS to do the recording of their voices for this COPE. It was really fun. The other uniqueness of COPE is our interdisciplinary collaboration. You have seen the creative team, you have met our colleagues from SUSS, and COPE loves to make learning with creativity, not just art and music. Here we have our latest jingle on climate change, produced in collaboration with the famous Teng company in Singapore. Over to you, Lena, to play the jingle for us.
Climate change needs to slow. Act now for tomorrow. Little changes every day. Keep disasters at bay. Eat more veggies. Make a plan. champions! You're doing great!
Yes, indeed, Cope champions. You are doing great. And it has been an arduous journey for our collaborators and us. We have worked really, really hard. And along the way, I think we have become friends. We have gotten to know one another. Many of whom we have been meeting online and working through a lot of emails and a lot of Zoom meetings. They are endless. And we do look forward to the exciting future ahead as we continue to increase the disaster resilience of our children and the next generation to prepare for natural hazards. To close today's celebration, may I invite back Martha for the final words and make her thank yous. Martha, over to you again.
Thanks, Tim. I'm just quite blown away actually by all of this, and it's been amazing just to have some of our journey recorded in this online celebration. So just want to say thanks to everybody for giving up your time and for all of your expertise and for believing in the mission, and just for being part of this impactful but yet organic journey. We didn't plan any of this, honestly. It's all just happened kind of step by step, and it's truly been an organic process. So thank you to everybody for doing everything you have to make it possible. And I look forward to the next 10 years and the next decade of COPE, and let's all make the difference and let's be ready. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Martha. Before you go, if you are willing, do on your camera and I'll get Lena to do a screenshot of all of us page by page, even if you don't have your camera on. So are we ready? And everyone have a big smile, and I would get Lena to be ready. Lena, are you all right? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm waiting if
Okay.
someone else is going to turn the camera on.
Yes.
Okay, so first screen, I have almost everyone. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Smile. Second screen. 1, 2, and 3. Super. Okay, I have everyone.
Thank you. So this is the end of our 10th anniversary celebration event. Keep in touch with us. Keep talking to us. Keep letting us know what we can do together with you. Bye.